Hello, I'm IBXToyCat, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something I've wanted to talk about for years now, but that's only really become a realistic possibility over the past few months, and that is Minecraft console exclusive features. So features exclusive to the console versions of Minecraft, not on the PC and on the Pocket Edition. So the reason that this has suddenly become relevant is that a couple of years ago, when asked about console exclusive features, 4J Studios themselves actually responded by saying, well, once we catch up to the PC, that's when we'll focus on console unique features. And as you might know, at some point this year we are scheduled to catch up the PC, with the PC waiting so long for its next update, and with the Minecraft console team being massively expanded, we're probably going to both be in 1.8 at some point this year, meaning Minecraft console exclusive features will be coming. So I'm making this video half as speculation / ideas to let you know what I think is coming as console exclusives eventually, but also half to let 4J Studios know about all these ideas, just in case they're not already happening. They can be like, oh, that is a good idea, Toycat. So if you have your YouTube linked to your Twitter, it will actually tweet the video at 4J Studios if you like it, and it means that, you know, they might see this. And if you are seeing this 4J, feel free to take any of these ideas. They're all yours. They're all yours. So please do like the video if you do like it. It would help out the channel a bunch, and it lets me know that you liked it. But let's get straight into it already, shall we? With the first Minecraft console exclusive I think that makes the most sense, and that is llamas. So the reason I think llamas are a very likely thing is because they've already hinted at them the one time. I know it's just a tiny Twitter hint, but you know, it's still more than we have about any other console exclusive, and it makes a bunch of sense because horses on console were such a massive thing. Like, when it comes to most anticipated features for all time, I think horses have to be way up there because everyone was so excited for them. Like, there was the Wither in that update, there was a massive redstone change, there were all these various things, but horses, that's what everyone wanted. I've seen like my nephews who are like 6 and 4 player, and they just, you know, they get loads of horses, they just ride them around. There's something amazing about that to people, and I think having, you know, an expanded selection of mounts on the console is something that really helps the survival thing, because the consoles really are just survival, you know, pure survival, nothing else. And a big part of survival, being able to ride around faster, we can't have mods to go faster, so having a faster mount or having a mount which does something else would be really cool. Llamas, you could have them just walk funny, maybe they'd be a cute little thing you rarely find, and it could just be a rare variant of a horse, or it could do its whole entire thing. Like, for instance, you could shear them to get wool, maybe that'd make more sense for alpacas, but more mounts on consoles is something that makes a bunch of sense, and maybe on that same line, the zombie horse and the skeleton horse could eventually see their way into something. I don't know, I think more mounts on consoles is something that just makes so much sense, given the success of horses on the console scene. But that is just the first idea. The second idea is one that's a bit more hardcore survival, because as I said, the console scene is just purely survival, the multiplayer scene is much smaller, the modding scene is non-existent, but the survival scene is much, much bigger. So one of the key objectives of survival is to kill the Ender Dragon, and then to kill the Wither once you've done that. So what you could do is you could have a third boss mob just exclusive to the consoles, and rather than making it more difficult than the Wither, because that could be something that I'd like to see, but that realistically the Wither's so difficult to kill already, but you could have something that's just, you know, kind of rarer and different and gives different rewards. So let's say, you know, you have a, you know, it's in between the Wither and the End Dragon in terms of how difficult it is to kill, but it's just harder to find. So let's say that, because right now slimes only spawn during a full moon in a swamp, you could have like a random biome, let's say the Ice Spikes biome. Look, any ice biome, you can make it so on a full moon, so you have to wait for the right moon, you can find an Ice Dragon there, and if you fight the Ice Dragon, you get a cool, like, I don't know, ice enchantment for a sword or something that freezes your enemies. You could do something really cool like that. Again, just, you know, throwing ideas out there, but you could have a rare third mob that's there to really make the consoles be like, oh, well, I'm on a console, which means I'm going to go fight the Ice Dragon. So I think that's a cool enough idea by itself, even if you don't want more boss mobs, because they're a lot of work and, you know, not everyone even fights them. I think a cool idea would be to take the End, which is already currently, I mean, not for long, it's a console exclusive because we have the Ender Acid, we have the things around the towers. You could take the End and be like, okay, we're going to make this the next level up. So the Ender Dragon egg is something that's clearly been left a mystery for so long. I know they might not have the power to make this decision for themselves, but I'd really like to see like a hatchable Ender Dragon egg for the consoles, at least first maybe. And like, there's a few ideas as to what you could do here. You can make it so it just spawns another Ender Dragon. I think, again, fitting in the theme of mounts from earlier, if this could be possible, this is slightly going a little bit further away from realistic to hopefully, I think what would be really cool is if you could hatch a dragon and use it as a mount. So, to stop this being OP and, like, you know, just breathing fire and killing everything instantly, it's not a full Ender Dragon sized dragon, it's a, like, dragon the size of, I don't know, let's say a horse. and you can fly it in the air, basically, and the downside to it is that you have to feed it gold, because, or diamonds, for instance, because in real life, that's what they eat, which, not that there is dragons in real life, but yeah, you have to feed it gold or something, so it's not something you use all the time, but if you want to fly from one place to another really quickly and really cool, you could do that. You could also just make it so you can fly around in it for free. It doesn't fly too fast, but you have to use gold or, like, diamonds to use a fire breath attack and, like, burn stuff. I think there's a few really cool ideas of hatching the Ender Dragon. Anything to do with that would be a cool thing to see first on consoles, because again, like, our end is like that next level above the PCs, and it'd be cool to see that taken another level because the PC's trying to, you know, equalize with ours. So to move on to the next idea, we're going to stick with this idea of survival, because again, like, that's the big thing about the consoles. So I think right now there is 3 dimensions. There is the overworld, you know, where you spend most of your time. There's the Nether, which is a hell dimension, and there's the end, which you really only visit once. I think it'd be really cool if there was another dimension you visit for some specific reasons, because right now the Nether's really dangerous, the end is just full of Endermen, and the overworld's the overworld. But I think it'd be nice if the console got either first or exclusive its own dimension. So there's a few ideas as to how you could do this. You could have like an underwater water world, you could have like a sky dimension, which was hinted at so many times on the PC, or you could even have like a space dimension, which of course you fly to in some strange way, but you could make it so you can only stay on the planet for a few minutes, because otherwise your oxygen will run out. There's loads of cool ideas like this. I think personally a good way to do it, and to make a unique place, not just somewhere that's either useless or that you have to spend all your time in to get stuff, I think you could have like an alternate dimension feature. So it's kind of like a Nether portal, but it takes you to what's, you know, in quote-unquote an alternate dimension, where it's just your seed, but without all your buildings on it, or like there's something really strange that's happened. So let's say you could have a seed where there's just ghast in the overworld, for instance, and you need to get back in 5 minutes. So, like, you could make it so you stay there for a limited time, you know, make it up like 5 minutes every, you know, hour or something, or like, I don't know, 5 minutes every day of Minecraft, but you could also have some funny restrictions and some funny, like, something that changes each time. Like, on the PC right now, there's this funny effect you can press that's called super secret settings, and it just does some really weird stuff. Like, it might make your game black and white, it might make your game upside down, it might make your game any of these things. You can make this alternate dimension, if it's hard enough to get to, be like that super pro feature. There's something really weird's going to happen, but it also means some good things happen. So you can make it so, you know, like your screen goes black and white and there's explosions everywhere, but in return for that, you can make it so there's some NPC villages that spawn that give you some good stuff. I think there's some weird ideas to be played around with there. Just, you know, I'm trying to play around with another dimension because it's something everyone wants, but if you have a sky dimension, it's boring. If you have an underwater world, then you have to have specific enchantments. You have to think of a, you know, dimension that fits the criteria of being fun without being either useless or, you know, being somewhere you never want to spend your time, because the Nether's quite well balanced right now. You go in there for your Nether quartz, you go in there to get specific mods, but other than that, you don't really go in there too much. You don't go there to mine diamonds, for instance, and I think having another place to go to for more general purposes would be nice. So, to move on to the final idea, because this is one that really only makes sense for the next update, I think new biomes on the console would be a really great idea. So, because of the fact that Minecraft console and Minecraft PC right now, they share some similarities in seeds, but they have very different worlds. I think with the next update coming, because they don't like to, you know, change the seeds too much, it makes sense to add a bunch of new biomes just for the console, because then it would mean that truly, like, when you type in a seed on PC, you get a different seed to console, and it really cement the fact that they're different games. They're the same game, but with a different identity, so you can expect different things when you play one, and I think that'd be really cool. Like, having different biomes would mean you get that slightly unique experience that'd be nice. Like when you go to, let me just make up a biome, like the Mushroom Mountain biome, where it's just a mountain but with a mushroom biome at the top. That'd be really cool, for instance. Make a fun trek of a mountain. Just a few ideas like that, where it's like, you know, that's actually a really fun thing you can only do here. I think a different world generation process would be really nice, and the best way, or the only really way that makes sense to do that, is through different biomes. So right now is probably the best time to do it, so they don't have to change the generation once. This one's not quite as likely as everything else, but it still makes a bunch of sense, and I think it's a cool enough idea. While we're on the same subject anyway, this is one that's kind of annoying me that's not on the PC. The snow biome should have its own, like, unique structure. So the deserts have the desert temples and desert villages, plains biomes have villages, swamps have their swamp temples, their, you know, witches' huts, and jungles have jungle temples. The snow biome should get something, whether it be like this weird, like, even the ocean has the, you know, underneath the monument thing, I think it's called. But, like, you could have, like, the snow biome with a snow village, like an Eskimo village made of ice or something. You do a bunch of things with the snow biomes to make a unique thing, and that would be something that, I don't know why it's not on the PC, but on the console, we should definitely just take it. So, yeah, those are some ideas I have as to what I'd like to see coming to Minecraft console in the form of exclusives in the future. Let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see. Do you want to see, like, new mobs? Like, you know, tigers and, like, leopards? And I'm just making things up at this point. What do you want to see? Like, let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it. It would help out the channel a bunch. Let us know you liked it. Share it if you really liked it. And subscribe if you're new around here. I do daily Minecraft console videos. And later today, I have a Let's Play that you might want to check out if you like your Minecraft console Let's Plays. Anyway, yeah, subscribe. You'll see a daily video on your homepage. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. And I'll see you all in the next one.